Hello, my friends. This is Uncle E back with the third cure for a lean purse. Now, again, we're going through the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. Not going through the whole book, but just this section for 7 cures for a lean purse. This is a book that I highly recommend that you acquire. It helped me to go from in debt to out of debt, and it's also helped me go from saving to investing. And so I would recommend that you get this book, go through it with us. And if you need a plan, if you find yourself with a bank account on E, you find yourself with pennies and no treasure, then you need a plan. And this is a book that'll help you to plan to a better and brighter financial future. And so we're going through to the third cure for a lean purse. And so let's just kind of recap. Just to begin, Arcad, who is the richest man in Babylon, was summoned by the king to come and speak to 100 choice men of Babylon. The king wanted him to explain how he was wealthy while everyone else seemed to be going in the opposite direction. He wanted to bring some wisdom to the table. So Arcad came, and he's speaking in the temple to 100 choice men that the king had selected. And his first cure was to start to fatten your purse, or starting to fatten your wallet, or starting to grow your bank account. And the suggestion was to live off 90% of your income and to save 10%. So checking account 90%, savings account 10. And with that, you will start to see your bank account to increase from that 10% that you continue to put in. The second cure was to control your expenses, control your expenditures. So Arcad basically said to us that we should get maximum value for every dollar that we spend. And then he also said, he left us with this, saying that to budget your expenses so that you may have coins to pay for your necessities, to pay for the enjoyments, and to gratify your worthwhile desires without spending more than 90% of your earnings. So basically, you get your necessities and you get some wants and some wants that you may have, but make sure that it doesn't fall outside of the 90%. If it falls outside of the 90%, you must acquit. If it don't fit, you must acquit. Now, moving on into the third cure. This will probably be a 2-part series, but the third cure. Make thy gold multiply. Make thy gold multiply. Behold, your lean purse is fattening. You have disciplined yourself to leave therein 1/10 for 10% of all your earnings. You have controlled your expenses to protect your growing treasure. Next, we will consider means to put your treasure to labor and to increase. Gold in the purse is gratifying to own and satisfies a miserly soul, but it earns nothing. The gold we may retain from our earnings is but the start. The earnings it will make shall build our fortunes. So Arcad spoke upon the third day of class. And so he's going to talk to us a little bit about investing and how to make your money grow, how to make your money work for you. And that's the next step into the third cure, to make your gold multiply, or make your money work for you. How, therefore, may we put our gold to work? My first investment was unfortunate, for I lost all. It's a tale I will relate later. My first profitable investment was a loan I made to a man named Agar, a shield maker. Once each year did he buy large shipments of bronze brought from across the sea to use in his trade. Lacking sufficient capital to pay the merchants, he would borrow from those who had extra coins. He was an honorable man. His borrowing he would repay, together with the liberal rental as he sold his shields. And so Arcad is saying with his first profitable investment, he became a lender. And it's interesting because we look at the good book, and the good book says that we shall be lenders and not borrowers. So he went from being a borrower to being a lender. And when he lent his money, it came back to him, obviously, with some type of interest or some type of return. And each time I loaned to him, I loaned back also the rental he had paid to me. Therefore, not only did my capital increase, but its earnings likewise increased. Most gratifying was to have these sums returned to my purse. Now, this is interesting. He talked about when he brought back the interest, he would just loan it right back out to this man with the capital plus the interest, and then it will bring back more capital, more interest. And so it's kind of like with the stock market, getting the dividends and reinvesting your dividends, if you guys know what that is. So he's talking about investing. He's talking about leaving the investment to grow. He's basically talking about compound interest. Now, I tell you, my students, a man's wealth is not in the coins he carries in his purse. It is in the income he builds, the golden stream that continually floweth into his purse and keeps it away, always bulging. That is what every man desires. That is what each one of you desires. An income that continues to come whether you work or travel. And I'm going to stop there because this is very key that you guys get this and that you understand to go from spending to saving to investing. And so he talked about saving in the first part, living off 90% of your income. But now he's getting into investing and how to make your money work for you and to have a continual flow or stream of income. This is a topic that came up this week, whether you have a paycheck mentality or a net worth mentality. Paycheck mentality basically saying that when you stop working, when you punch out the clock, then your money stops flowing. A net worth mentality is building, accumulating assets that when you punch out, whether you have a job or not, your money is still doing work for you. And that's where we want to go. We want to go to a place where our money is working for us. We have a continual flow of income coming into our house, our bank account, our possession that we can use or continue to use or continue to live off of or to grow a fortress, an empire, to grow an inheritance, to have wealth, to build wealth. That's basically what we're talking about, going from spending to saving to investing. So RCAT is just laying out a foundation that once you begin to start the process of getting your 10%, you get to a place where now you can invest that and you can bring back a return plus interest. That's basically what this is. So I just want to read that one more time, guys, just to let that sink in. And that's where we're going to stop for today. But he told his students, a man's wealth is not in the coins he carries in his purse. It is the income he builds, the golden stream that continually flows into his purse and keeps it always bulging. That is what every man desires. That is what each one of you desires. An income that continues to come whether you work or travel. So I'll leave you with this question, guys. Do you have an income that will continue to flow whether you work or travel? Do you have an income that will continue to flow into your hands whether you sleep or awake? Do you have an income that continue to flow in your hands while you're on vacation? This is where we need to go. This is where this journey is traveling. We're traveling to a place where we're building wealth and not just having an income, but we're taking that income and we're starting to build wealth for us and our family. Well, I hope that this was helpful to you guys. You get to the end of this, I want you to like and share and write in the comments #Babylon and also give me some feedback. How's this going? Are you enjoying this? Hopefully you are. And based off that feedback, I'll know where to go from here. And so this is Uncle E saying thanks for tuning in. And until next time, guys, make your gold multiply.